Okay, being happiness means that your energy is open to the world. So wherever you go, you will invite openness from people. It's not very closed space, And part of the reason is why um, all the emotional centers are open is because it doesn't allow any fostering negativity or tapping into an energy clearing space. So it's not that you are sacrificing your happiness, like laying at the night when the whole world is sleeping. It's like it's not your sacrifice. It's not that you are sacrificing your own happiness for the sake of protecting another's. It's just that everything feels right and righteous, and everything is like copyright free, and everything is very out in the open. That's why many empaths who you know come out in my presence, suddenly they feel safe and they don't cut themselves, and they come out safe to dance and safe to enjoy. But later on I picked up that was a manipulative tactic to again um when I connected to the energy of Jasmine again, I realized that it was a tactic to keep me small again. So, and even the Gabral and Shasha and all the childhood stories, uh, then provoking one small uh, statured entity to with another's, like she likes them more, and it's like always provoking people against each other. It's like kind of a Piscean intelligence. So when you later pick it up on from them, they attack you cruelly, and it's suddenly nothing, and they will prove their point no matter what, that you are the cruel one, or you are, you know, breaking it. But no, I'm not breaking it anything. My energy centers are quite open, and sometimes when we reach the top and we still want to drag them to as an extension of ourselves and want to see how they express themselves in varied forms. But it's like translating your soul to some people that are never gonna get it, because their entire life is functioning in a reverse psychology. And wherever you are, you have to go from there and suppose from there. Now, the next thing is to see how wrong you are, and that lack of accountability is making them less well responsive and more loud and boisterous and more engaging with the public. Uh, when they were the quiet empath who didn't want to engage in family gatherings, they go to any extent to prove their worth to millions. And you know, it's like from a livid space, expressing oneself becomes second nature in animated world, animated form. And when you are coming off as gifted, but someone steps into the shoes before you, that's how you'll feel. You feel like you don't belong. And with the gaps of communication and misunderstandings of energy perception, and sometimes it's willing participation in tearing the truth down, distorting the perception of other people, and feeding more communication gaps so that the truth can never breathe and see the light of the day. But yeah, I will do the lives when I feel like I have something more to share. And sometimes the mood to share will be a direct slap in the face of those enemies that, you know, promote fear in the social sphere. Because I have all the tools necessary available, and those illegal goods they are selling with no background and so expire as an excuse. And just being the natural self, just smiling like I'm the most adorable person helps. And those criminals should go to jail, and that's where they belong. And another thing, whatever money I have lost in the sauce of, catfishing, I don't know how the state government will bring them back. Maybe the perception healing will bring them back, and the civil communication gaps will bring them back. But few people are so talented, they will make the truth after you. Their plans fail of framing you, and they do it after you. After seeing you, they try to break any sort of way. And that's the difference between a judgment and a forgery. And anyone can tell the difference between a real and a fake. When you see my childhood photos, the yellow frock or anything, anyone can tell the difference who made it and breadcrumbed to, uh, you know, make you resonate to a point, and who actually belong to the story, life story, and why it's so valuable that so many are imprinting upon them, and why the clones, the false and fakeries and forgeries don't want the imprinting to happen of the original, because they know that their entire posing as you is going to fail. And with posing as me, when that fails, posing with me may succeed to some extent. When they think that there is no other choice but to, acknowledge the original and stand before them, just so that the world cannot question the integrity of your work, and why you are translating their souls in a certain light. And whenever they come out as a shy empath, they come out of their woodworks, and then they start dancing and enjoying themselves, and then they again tear you down. What does that mean? And who's gonna be accountable for that? So everybody wants the praise, but nobody wants the pressure of telling the truth, the whole truth, and the revelation of the increments, the revelation of the truth. And yeah, those old world fears that every purchase you're making, every tarot deck you're purchasing, every tab you're purchasing, every computer laptop you're purchasing, you are actually selling your soul to outermost monopolizing entities that are gonna govern your spirit, and that are gonna take advantage of the situation. And uh, you are selling your soul to them in increments. Whatever brand you are choosing, you are actually making a deal with them behind the scenes, and all of their shadows can be manipulated. All of their reddened spirits, devilish spirits will come out, and of the owners, and then they will make you pressure you to lie for them or something like that. Or uh, all of those fears no longer work. The old world construct no longer works, and you need to let go of them. So in each of the spirit of the oppressors that are trying to again stand by monitoring each of your celebratory vibe, I just ignore them. I just avoid their whole jealousy. I know they are very jealous of me. Like each stride of the chosen one makes them very jealous, and they are mean and jealous spirited. I know that, and they will try anything to make the truth make or break the truth. But those feelings that they're cast onto them, those are just projections, and those feelings don't stick out with me because I'm purchasing it from celebratory vibe, and those negative lower class emotions don't resonate with me at that time. And if they cast fear into those experiences, if they breathe a little bit of poison into those experiences, they will prove the original is the snake. And yeah, the evidence speaks for itself, that you post with the original and then you try to replace them for money, for selling your soul to the devil in increments by signing brand deals and uh, life as value, what do you call it? No life is as priceless as mine, and I'm not gonna waste my time purchasing from any of those people who try to commit perjury, and also try to go behind my back, go behind my back to set out a negative intention, like I'm traveling from positive intention, and they go behind my back to frame me in the same clothes, or plan negatively, you know all of those fear casting, fear mongering, those don't belong in the Akashic library. You know that. Like, it's not fourth dimensional at all. It's not fifth dimensional. It's not object. It's not resonating with any five dimensional object, any seven dimensional object, any high space vibing object that can be manifested by someone who understands authenticity, So the proof is in the pudding. Understand the masters, and you won't have to take a moment with Zen woman. That's why ages of tranquility and integration of positivity, um, you know, all the moments of holding back is integrated into my face, and I don't have to speak much. Every silence carries more meaning, and only someone who dwells in a higher mind space can see the moving objects and recognize. If you can see me focusing on a, you know, um, my imprinted castle or palaces that I show you guys, you can see the bed moving, you can see that the objects are moving onto their own, and I don't have to, cast any impression, or don't have to fake it, or uh, I don't have to hold a position for somebody. It's like on the moment, on the go. And that's why the magical presence speaks for itself. I don't have to, design a different timeline and then fake people's attraction, fake people's belief in me, and fake people's validation, people's approval, feed my soul of clout and people's belief. Because when the work speaks for itself, you don't have to think so much. And these are the same entities that sold their souls to the devil. So they cannot say that my sacred space dwellings are carved out of devils gifted, like there is a backroom dealing going on when I received my gifts from the devil or something like that. Because the evidence is clear that they were making the deal on the front porch and on the other side. So they were making the dealings with the devil on the front to, replace a soul or cast me out, or, to make a lasting impression, or even spread some fear. But one thing they thought was that I would remain shouting or yelling. I don't have to do that, because my silence is very integrative. Like, it gives ages of wisdom. and I don't have to, you know, say my piece the loudest, or get to the crowd first, or even make a point to anybody for that matter. That doesn't get the communication gap. And these are the cheap, low vibrational tactics that I'm chosen by the people. My crown belongs in my head, and I don't have to do that. You know, I just have to touch the subject of the cause of the matter, and that's what Colors was about. Mm. The entire crux of the situation of painting me out to be a beggar, and then trying to, whatever that they're trying to do, the devilish acts of lower realm, lower class activities, those were snatched up. And now higher vibrational beings are inhabiting their bodies, and the same people that dressed as me, posed as me, they cannot be the dwelling space for higher dimensional beings, because higher dimensional beings are disgusted by such attitudes, three-dimensional attitudes. So when they die, they are not going to move somewhere where betrayal doesn't, you know, it's making shit up. Anyways, yeah, they can design a whole file case with how many people I was wrong about, but the truth is that I didn't even know half of the people they scammed in my image. And if they come to complain to me that your image is being forecasted to be here and there and here and there, scamming millions of people, I would not buy it. I would not buy any of the modules that don't understand the graphics of the situation. And the aftermath, when the soul, you know, is scanned, that's where I begin from. And you can see it in um, people who are very astrally active, their soul speaks volumes. You don't have to utter a word, utter any of their emotions. It's like their micro expressions are like spoken into their work. And eventually it will be seen how it all unfolds. I hope everything works out for the highest good of all, and doesn't let people carry too much shame that they got, transported to hell or something, or committing perjury, or they don't get transported to somewhere that they feel shamed and like burying in the sand, burying their head in the sand when they get to the full truth, and uh, you know, not taking the mm, mm, not taking the temporary pathways that don't make much sense or that don't mean much, but just a feel good, look good, look alike version that doesn't carry any authenticity, any integrity, any meaning behind it. And even if people say that they are my astral body and they speak like me and they rotate around the earth like me, just understand that when I come out in my form, my original form, it is shown in my body language, and how much it doesn't authentically vibe with me will be visible. So when I go out, every space I go to, Spain, France, Portugal, uh, what else? Italy, wherever I go, I may look like something else. I might break a spell, and I might invite new dollars, new currencies, new ways of thinking, and new ways of being. So right now, I'm not that much educated outside India. I don't make so much money. So they are casting very many peers to me. And how do you handle someone that casts so many fears to go out into the world and intimidates rather than inspiring you to make a passport and living outside of the you know Pacific Ocean, like outside of the examples and comparisons, outside of referring to something. I want to travel the ocean also, and want to break out of my fears. But if the country makes more money, and these people are like rotten cockroaches, you just have to apply some hate and kill them because they have no life of their own. I will post live without any fear of what will happen of the consequences because I am doing nothing wrong. When I feel like I have something substantial to share, and if I have little minute details, then I will post shorts and some videos I deleted because I was quite functioning in fear, and I was monitoring them, my movements, and it was like out of constricted mind space. So, anyways.